All right, let's just assume, okay, that you don't know anything about the Georgia shooter that went in and murdered a bunch of people just this week. Now, here's the headline. Now, Stu, I want you to do this with me. Pretend you don't know anything about this story.
Okay.
Okay? Other than, some kid went in and shot up.
Terrible story.
Here it is. Dad of alleged Georgia school shooter, Colt Gray, arrested, hit with murder and manslaughter charges. What's your first emotion? What are you feeling?
Anger. I'm angry at the
Why?
father.
Anger at the father.
The father and the son, yeah. I mean, did he help plan this? Did he encourage it? Do they have texts of him saying, "Go do it, son"? Like, what do they have on him?
Yeah. See, my first thought was crimes that the son commits, you don't hold the father for, or the crimes of the father you don't hold on the son. That was my first reaction. Like, what are we doing now? Okay. Colin Gray, 54. Charged with 4 counts of manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children. This, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. This is the day after his 14-year-old son, Colt Gray, was charged with murder. The charges come after it was revealed that Dad purchased an AR-15-style rifle to give to his son as a Christmas gift last year. What's your emotion? What are you thinking?
I mean, I can't believe he would do such a thing. Obviously, he wanted this to happen. I mean, this is what I'm supposed to feel.
I got my first gun from my grandfather when I was like 12.
Right.
Try not to hurt yourself. Okay. Try not to. It's a
different era.
In my family, that's what, yeah, okay.
That's the era where they built the playgrounds with the 42-foot ladders with rocks on the side.
With no nets.
Right.
Yes.
That's
when
era.
we lived. That's when children lived. All right. These charges. Now I'm thinking to myself, oh, now this is another way to get guns. Okay. Because I can give my son a gun as long as it's legal. I can give it a gun. I don't know what the laws are in Georgia. These charges stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon. Colt received the deadly present from his father just 7 months. Now here's the things are going to change pretty hard. He got his deadly present from his father just 7 months after authorities visited the pair when the FBI received tips about online school shooting threats. So wait. Dad gave him a gun after the FBI was at the house. Now I'm thinking Dad is a total dirtbag and deserves everything. Except I also wonder, now wait a minute.
This is
the
a roller
FBI
coaster
knew
ride
about this kid. This is a roller coaster ride. Okay. Colin Gray told the police at the time that he had hunting guns in his home, but said Colt did not have unsupervised access to them. Okay. The teen also denied making the threats. Oh, so it didn't happen then. Colt Gray allegedly gunned down 2 fellow students and 2 teachers when he opened fire at the school on Wednesday morning. Those killed were students, blah, blah, blah. 7 students and 2 teachers were hospitalized with gunshot wounds. Barrow County Sheriff Judge Smith said Thursday night he was happy to reveal that all of those injured will make a full recovery. Okay. The disturbed teenager came from a broken home. Now, this is the information that the FBI had months before the shooting. The disturbed teenager came from a broken home where he and his sisters were regularly abused by their troubled mother and visited frequently by police and child services. Colt's mother, 43-year-old Marcy Gray, 43, has a lengthy rap sheet spanning 17 years in 4 Georgia counties, including arrests for drug possession, driving under the influence, and domestic violence. Lauren Vickers, who lived next door to the Grays in Jefferson, said the children were always wearing dirty clothes and sometimes were hungry. It was constant abuse, she said. Colt's aunt, Annie Brown, told the Washington Post that her nephew was struggling with mental health issues and had been, quote, begging for help from everyone around him. before he shot up the school. Okay. I think we know what happened here. Okay? Think we got a pretty good handle. So I want to ask, why do we have an FBI? Why do we have one? You know, they're spying on us illegally for our own safety. But I don't think it is for our safety, you know, because they're not protecting us. Listen, Georgia school shooting suspect on FBI radar since 2023. How about this one? FBI got a tip about shooting suspect the day before the 2021 arrest. Suspect shooter in attacks on Jewish men was on FBI's radar. I'm just reading headlines from the past. Iowa mass shooter on FBI's radar. The Highland Park shooting highlights the FBI's limitations in pursuing disturbing content online. Ohio man was on the FBI's radar for months. Officials say Ricky Schiffler, 42, was killed after trying to breach an FBI office. Maine police were alerted weeks ago about the shooter's threats. Suspect in double homicide, kidnapping, was on FBI's radar. What went wrong? FBI missed signals in 4 mass shootings. What the hell are they doing? What are they doing? I mean, you know what? I think we should just have their radar. I think that's all we should have. We should just have something, boop, boop, boop. Just show us the radar. That's all we need. We don't need any humans to man it. It could be running by itself, that radar that's always on their radar. That could just be running by itself in a room locked up and nobody ever sees it. That's how effective the FBI is on this. So congratulations. I wonder what they're doing. You know, besides arresting grandma, you know, the true villains of the deadliest of all deadly days, January 6th. By the way, there's a new series coming out from the Babylon Bee on January 6th. Here's a little preview. Do you have the preview here? It's cut to
Hiroshima.
That's what.
Nagasaki. The heat death of the universe. These are some of the deadliest days in history. But none of them compare to the most deadliest day. January 6, 2021. Coming soon, in the most epic movie event since Robot Jocks, Left Behind, or maybe even Son of the Mask, the Babylon Bee investigates the darkest day in the history of democracy.
Where were you on January 6th?
In January?
I don't remember.
Storming the Capitol, baby. No.
Scary stuff like this happened.
Okay.
Just shows a guy moving the podium.
So on a scale of 9 to 10, how terrifying was what you just witnessed?
3? I don't know.
We go on location. We bring you 100% true facts.
Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was murdered over 7 times.
We ask the tough questions.
Is it true that you have a Jewish space laser? This is incredibly boring. Could you explain it to me using Marvel characters?
We even go face to face with the scariest criminals you'll ever meet.
Are you the dangerous insurrection man?
Who's asking?
We're in. Into the lair of darkness I go. Darkness because he's a Republican, not because he's, Never mind. Shame! Shame!
This fall, the only way you can save democracy is by becoming a member of the Babylon Bee. So you can see January 6th, the most deadliest day.
Where were you on January 6th?
I was in that mob that was going into the Capitol.
Oh, you know, they took something that we should be concerned about and just made it into a joke. It's just a joke now. By by calling it the deadliest day in the history of America, worse than the Civil War. Really? The most dangerous day to democracy. By doing all that and then going out and arresting grandmothers and putting them in jail for 2 years, I think they made a joke out of our Justice Department and our justice system. Well, that and Hunter Biden, going to court yesterday and saying, I want to plead guilty without saying I'm guilty. And the judge saying, no, you can't do that. All right, then I'm guilty. I did it. What? I mean, the Justice Department is a total joke. A total joke. And you know whose advantage that works out for? People that want to cause chaos. I don't know. When you can't arrest people, let me give you this cut 11. Here's cut 11.
Answers about a weekend attack. Police say they found the victim lying in a bed with a pickaxe embedded in his skull. A witness says that they saw 26-year-old Hainson Hernandez Moran hitting the victim multiple times with the farming tool. Hernandez is charged with second-degree attempted murder. Now, we showed you these pictures of the large police presence at KPD cruisers lined up outside the home where it happened in the 1000 block of Morrell Road. According to the report, Hernandez Moran ran off, but later turned himself in to police at the scene. The victim was transported to UT Medical Center with life-threatening injuries.
Is he a citizen? Yeah, no, they don't cover. This is an illegal. An illegal took pickaxe to somebody. But that's no big deal. That's really no big deal. Okay, so we have a few Venezuelan gangs. Do you know that the Venezuelan gangs, do you know that they made themselves apparent to the police about a year ago?
They're on the radar?
Why are we just...
Of the police?
They were on the FBI radar.
Mm-hmm.
Why has nobody come in and just said, we're going to take all of these guys out. We're either going to put them in prison or we'll kill them. But they're not going to do this. No. I mean, where is this story? Where has this story been for a year? Answer, not with the media, because they're lying to you. Just like that last story. She didn't say who that guy was. It is important to say, he's not a citizen. Let me translate. This wouldn't have happened if we didn't have open borders.
That's why it's good that we have a prosecutor in chief that can come into the Oval Office. She's the only one, Glenn, who's prosecuted cartels. The only one. And that is why we need her in there. The tough on the border hawkish Kamala Harris.
Yeah. She's prosecuted the cartels. I'm a little more for Donald Trump just sending planes with bombs over their compounds. That's what I'm for. No prosecution. We don't have to prosecute them. We know where they live. We know who they are. Stop trading in children and stop making fentanyl and shipping it across our border, or we will deem you an enemy of the United States. Bye-bye. Now, I would like a justice system, but I don't think we have one right now. Don't think we have one. Well, and until we can scare the hell out of the bad guys, we're not going to have much time to go through court, for 3 or 4 years. Let's make sure that our enemies know that we're serious, and I think Donald Trump will do that. I think he will do that.
Can I ask a question on this entire series of stories? And perhaps maybe we take a break and come back and you can answer it. But for example, this case in Georgia. You know what I listened to this morning, Glenn? What I listened to this morning was the audio of the entire conversation that police had with this kid and his dad a year ago. I know about him. I know about his family's history. I'm really, I've heard about the abusive mom. I've heard about her leaving. I've heard about the Christmas presents he's purchased. I've heard an incredible amount of detail about this case. And great. Why have I heard almost nothing about the guy who tried to shoot Donald Trump?
Well, because he had no footprint. He had no digital footprint, Stu. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. You know, it was a very disingenuous question that Stu just posed. You know, why do I know everything about this shooter, but I don't know really very much about Nashville, you know, or the guy who killed the president, or tried to kill the president. You know, we all know he had no digital footprint. I mean, there are a lot of teens that have zero footprint, and even more teens that have secret encrypted accounts with foreign entities in 3 different countries. That happens all the time. But the real answer on why we don't know is because they're taking this so seriously, Stu. They're putting the same guy that was and still is on the Vegas shooting. They got him on the assassination, and he also, I mean, he's got a lot of things going on. He also is looking into the pipe bombs at the DNC.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and RNC.
So they're on top of it. I was
yeah,
mistaken.
He's on top of it. He's yeah, it's Bill, and he's just got a lot. He's like, oh no, another massive case. All right, it'll take me a little bit longer to get this information out, but I'm the guy. So we got our best guy on it.
Bill.
Yeah, Bill. I'd like to tell you more about him, but I can't get that information from the DOJ or the FBI. But rest assured, it's on their radar. It's on their radar.